So I got this mini PC from GMKtec, the K16. And on the box and on the website and every piece of marketing, they're selling this thing as a boring, responsible, grown-up office appliance. And I kept looking at it like, yeah, sure, except somebody forgot to tell the hardware that. Like, you know when you hire someone for a front desk job and 3 weeks in you find out they have a law degree and speak 4 languages and used to run a kitchen. That's this mini PC. On paper, it's just supposed to answer phones and smile, but the more you look at what's actually under the hood or bolted on the back of it, the more you realize GMKtec built something that's genuinely overqualified for the job they're advertising it for. Physically, it's small in a way that actually means something. Not marketing small, like you pick it up and go, oh, okay. It fits in places other mini PCs just don't. And the metal shell makes it feel like it costs more than it does. It's not really trying to look exciting, and that restraint actually works in its favor. This thing could sit on any desk in any office and nobody would give it a second look, which depends on what you end up doing with it, might be exactly what you want. Hardware-wise, it's a Ryzen 7 7735HS. That's 8 cores, 16 threads, I believe. 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, a Radeon 680M, dual 2.5 gig Ethernet, USB 4, HDMI DisplayPort, and OCuLink. And it even has an open NVMe slot, or second NVMe slot. And I want you to just sit with that for a second, because dual 2.5 gig Ethernet and OCuLink are not features you find on an office computer. Those are features you put on something you actually want people to do things with. Someone on the product team that had opinions, strong ones. Now, something that kind of irritates me, but I get it, is the RAM is soldered. So you're locked into 32 gigs, no exceptions. And I want to be clear, 32 gigs of DDR5 isn't some insult. You can run a lot of serious workloads on 32 gigs of RAM. But when you look at everything else on this spec sheet, the networking, the expansion options, the OCuLink port, locking the memory feels like building a swimming pool and then telling people the deep end is off limits. Like they get 90% of the way there to a genuinely great machine and then flinched. So as a regular desktop, it's solid. Browser, productivity apps, video calling, running multiple displays, it does all of that without complaint and without making noise about it. If you're coming from an older machine, this is going to feel like a significant step up. It's fast, it runs cool, and it doesn't need babysitting. For a lot of people, that's genuinely all they need, and this nails it. The form factor here also makes it a really natural fit for business environments. Think about the places in a company where a computer has to exist, but nobody wants to think about it. Front desks, warehouses, break rooms, POS systems. This slides into all of those use cases. It's small enough that it's not in the way. It's powerful enough that it's not a daily frustration. So, I mean, you could mount it on the back of a monitor and it just disappears into the environment. That's a harder thing to get right than people actually give credit for. So here's where my opinion on this machine changed though. Because when you look at the dual Ethernet and Ryzen 7 together, this starts looking a lot less like an office PC and a lot more like a really compact server or an edge server. Put a hypervisor on this like Proxmox, my favorite, and now you've got a machine that you can run a handful of VMs, host your own services, handle network level stuff, and all from something the size of, well, I mean, this. The extra NVMe slot means you're not immediately storage constrained, and 32 gigs, while not expandable, is actually a comfortable amount of headroom for a home server setup. This is the use case I think a lot of buyers are going to sleep on and then kick themselves for missing. Getting inside this thing is super straightforward. The feet on the bottom unscrew, and then this whole outside case comes off. It's like a metal shell. And from there, there's 4 more screws and the bottom pops off, or the top, I guess. And there you can access your extra NVMe drive. And that's about it, you're done. I really appreciate that more than I probably should at this point because it's become genuinely rare. No prying back rubber feet or hidden fasteners, and no feeling like you're doing something the manufacturer didn't want you to do. It's a small thing, but it really adds up. And then there's OCuLink, there it is, which is the feature that makes this whole machine kind of make sense to me, because without it, everything I just described is impressive, but kind of contained. With it, Now this thing has an exit ramp to somewhere completely different. OCuLink means external GPU support. It means this compact little box can be a normal desktop today and a completely different kind of machine 6 months from now when you've made some decisions you'll have to explain later. Like an escape hatch, but it's optional. And putting it on a machine like this tells you that GMKtec wasn't really building an office computer. They were building something with room to grow into whatever you need it to be. So who's this for? Who actually should buy this? Someone who needs a real desktop in a small space and doesn't want to compromise on performance. Someone who wants to get into self-hosting without buying a dedicated server. Or someone who wants a capable starting point they can build on over time without replacing the whole thing. What it's not for is for anyone who knows they're going to need more than 32 gigs down the road. Because that ceiling is real and it's not moving. The K16 is a better machine than GMKtec is giving it credit for being. The pitch they're leading with, safe, professional, nothing to see here, really undersells what this thing is actually capable of. Sure, the soldered RAM is a legitimate frustration, and it costs them points with the exact audience the rest of the hardware is trying to attract. But if your use case fits, compact desktop, home server, or just a capable machine you can grow into, this thing delivers. It just needs someone to tell it it's allowed to be interesting. What are your thoughts on this pretty unique little mini PC? What would you use this for in your setup? Leave a comment, let me know, and I'll see you nerds on the next one.